Hallo ihr Lieben! Dieses Mal gibt es mich mit englischen Untertiteln. Das liegt daran, dass der Inhalt dieses Videos, also das, was nach meiner kleinen Einleitung kommt, auch komplett auf Englisch sein wird. Ich hatte nämlich in diesem Jahr auf der Connichi die Möglichkeit, ein kleines Interview zu führen mit Mike Luna und Patrick Rodriguez. Die beiden gehören zu Rooster Teeth und Rooster Teeth hat unter anderem Serien produziert wie Red vs. Blue, Camp, aber wahrscheinlich kennen die meisten von euch eher ihre Webserie Ruby. Ich hatte bei diesem Interview tatkräftige Unterstützung von Max alias MaxKite. Der gute Max ist nämlich genauso wie ich ein großer Fan von Ruby und auch von Rooster Teeth. Daher erstmal ein Dankeschön an Max, der einfach ein super Co-Interviewer war. Natürlich ein riesen Dankeschön an die Connichi bzw. das Connichi Orga-Team, die mir die Möglichkeit gegeben haben, so spontan auch die beiden von Rooster Teeth zu interviewen. Und ein Dankeschön an Miles und Patrick selber, falls die beiden das hier sehen. Es war richtig klasse mit euch und es hat Spaß gemacht, euch zu interviewen. Wie immer findet ihr alle Links mit Informationen zur Connichi, zu MaxKite und natürlich zu Rooster Teeth unten in meiner Infobox. Also vergesst nicht, dort vorbeizuschauen. So, weil ich jetzt erstmal genug vorweg geplappert habe, bedanke ich mich auf jeden Fall schon mal fürs Reinschalten. Hoffe, euch gefällt das Video und wünsche euch jetzt viel Spaß mit dem kommenden Interview.
Hey everybody, this is Jean Arc. We're here at Connichi and we're checking out all sorts of cool stuff. I'm here with my friends Ruby, as well as Patrick Rodriguez and Miles Luna.
Hello guys, it's Zhenya and I'm Ruby today. Ruby Rose from Rooster Teeth. So many words. And I'm here with John.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Max.
Yeah, MaxKite.
We are having two really cool guys from Rooster Teeth here.
Hi. I'm Miles Luna. I'm a co-writer, co-creator, and co-director of Ruby, and I also voice Jean Arc.
I'm Patrick Rodriguez. I'm the art director and concept artist for Ruby, as well as a bunch of other stuff, and I am the voice actor for the shopkeep.
So we prepared a few questions for you.
Cool.
The first question is, what's the most fun for you of your work?
I personally like seeing all the other artists create art. Like, I like giving them an assignment and then seeing what they produce and seeing what their imagination brings to the table. And so that's one of my favorite parts, is just seeing that process.
I really enjoy getting into a room with other writers and working on a scene together where we can just kind of throw ideas back and forth, and it's like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if we did this? Oh yeah, and then the other, but then what if we did this? Oh, and wouldn't it be funny if this happened? And then if we all end up laughing, then we know that it's something good and we can move forward with it.
And what is your motivation now? What keeps you going on? Is it this working together on art and creating something amazing?
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, there's so many things that are motivating and inspiring, like, you know, times like this where we get to meet really cool people and, you know, getting to work with really cool people and see what they're doing motivates you. I think, though, at the end of the day, I really just like entertaining people. I love telling stories, and I love it to see, like, just seeing people feel something, whether it be joy or sorrow, just anything. I think all feelings are positive, even the ones that kind of hurt sometimes. And to be able to have an emotional impact on somebody is like the greatest feeling in the world, and I'll chase that forever.
Nice. So we were wondering, since Ruby especially became so hit overseas and internationally, and Rooster Teeth is getting more and more attention from all kind of countries, how are you guys all dealing with the international feedback? Because it's not only US, and I mean, I've been watching Red vs. Blue since 2006 or so.
Nice.
I was like, oh my god, it's coming over here even more through Ruby, and even Camp and so last year was great with Camp cosplay and everything. And
no, it's been super cool and weird too, because we weren't expecting like any of this.
No.
Like we were making season 1, we were just like, all right, cool, this is gonna be neat. We like it. We're doing all this kind of cool stuff, and cool. We'll just hope that people will like it, and then it just kind of blew up into this whole thing. And it's been super neat that, you know, people from around the world can grasp onto these characters, no matter what the project is, and it's cool to bring a bunch of joy to everybody. It's really nice.
It's very overwhelming sometimes. You know, Ruby was the first original thing that Carrie and I and Monty Monty then did fantasy and stuff, but like at least for Carrie and I, it was the first original thing we'd ever written. So we were brand new to all of it, and admittedly made a lot of mistakes and learned a lot of stuff. But like, we were not prepared for it to explode the way it did, and it makes it stressful sometimes because you worry. It's like when you know that many people are watching, you get afraid and like you have to try not to second guess yourself. Like, oh, is this the right thing? I don't know. We just have to try and tell what we think would be a fun story and hope that people enjoy it.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Especially, I saw your short from Genlock, your new kind of project, and since maybe you can tell us a little bit about it, but you're not supposed.
I'll just tell you. Genlock is an upcoming show that we're doing. It's a mech show. Yep. So prepare for some giant fighting robots, but prepare for more than just really cool action. The show is being kind of led forward by Gray Haddock, our head of the animation department, and he's also a co-director on Ruby. And this is kind of his brainchild that he's been working on for well over a year. And Gray is a guy, he really enjoys the works of Gen Urobuchi. So if you like Psychopaths or Madoka Magica, it can kind of give you an idea of like what some of the tone might be. I think it's going to be a very interesting and much more intellectual show. Not to say that the shows we make are dumb or anything.
It's a bit more mature.
It's definitely more mature, and I'm so excited for it.
We're stoked.
Do you prefer for your characters the more action fighting scenes, or do you prefer the fun derpy stuff when the characters are just there? Kinkies.
It's hard. I've started writing more fight scenes, and those are really fun because there's so many like different ways you can approach the fight. Like Mani was fast-paced, dynamic cameras, interacting with the environment, like playing with physics, and then there's also like what props are there. Like when writing a scene, you have to think about the fighter's train of thought and like, okay, what gives them the idea to do this attack or move this way. But I think I do enjoy just the kids hanging out more. It's just nice, it's also, we like our characters, they like our kids. So we want to see them happy.
So cute.
Wait, what do you like, Mom?
I like fighting more. Well, because they get to like really like, at that point their personalities show like even more. Like during our fights and stuff like that, like Nora especially. Like Nora's one of my favorites. And so I like seeing her go crazy. It's fun.
Where do you get your ideas from the designs of the outfits? Because I mean, when I saw Ruby's first trailer, I was like, bam, that outfit, I mean, I made it, I was totally amazed. I liked the color concept and the Red Riding Hood inspiration and so on. And where do you get those ideas, as you told, from fairy tales for someone?
Well, the thing with the first off is the fairy tales coming into play. So we want to like, incorporate that. For Red Riding Hood for Ruby, it's obviously you have to have the red hood. As far as references go, Pinterest is a great website for us. I love it. But yeah, it's also a thing where, Monty said a thing where obviously colors were playing a big deal on our characters.
Yes.
Each character has a predominant color mixed with another thing. For John it's yellow, for Ruby it's red. And so we have to find the complements to each one of those colors. Red and black go really well with each other. Blue, yellow, orange all go really well with each other. So it's all about mixing and matching and finding each thing, especially with the personalities of the characters too. So really fitting what they'll need or what will fit them as a character.
Okay.
Yeah. What he said.
Okay, since Extra Life is coming up at November 11th, might you talk a little bit about it, since it's a little bit bigger problem and most people in Germany didn't knew about it, like fans and stuff, and maybe too spooky part for
oh gosh. Yeah, so Rooster Teeth, every year we do a 24-hour live stream for Extra Life. It's a organization that helps to raise money for children's hospitals. There's a children's hospital in Austin, the Dells Children's Hospital, which every year we try and donate a lot of money towards. And yeah, it typically turns into us getting really rowdy, playing video games, singing songs, and really just doing physical challenges. Just hanging out for 24 hours to hopefully people will tune in, be entertained, and feel moved enough to donate some money for a good cause. And yeah, we do it every year. And if you follow Rooster Teeth on Twitter, we'll be tweeting out all the details, I'm sure, very soon.
Yeah, and it gets massive.
Yeah.
Like every year it gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I'm sure it's
we
going to
saw with the whole Bob Ross thing.
Oh, yeah.
That was amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
And I loved Bob Ross in camps and
Yeah.
bosses. That little cameo was perfect.
Thanks.
Yeah, and you talked about video games a little bit, and I saw on your page that you're working together with Bungie, and he brought up the question because you met Red versus Blue, and we both big Halo fans, and he thought, do you have something with Destiny in mind for a future project?
We would love to make a Destiny
Yeah,
show.
that'd be cool.
So you heard it here first.
There are
Doesn't mean it's going to happen.
There are some
We'd
so
like
there are
to.
some complications. So right now Halo is no longer under the umbrella of
I
Bungie,
know.
but is with Microsoft and 343.
Yes.
And those guys have been really great. With Destiny, I'm a big fan of that franchise. I think it's beautiful. It's just like, and the universe is so much fun. However, there are certain complications when it comes to producing Machinima because those right tools need to be there. So Halo 3 made Machinima so easy with the introduction of theater mode as well as Forge mode. Forge, as the games have gone on, has become a really useful tool in building sets, setting up a scene, because you see the scene that we film, but you forget that just off screen we have a room with every character's weapon, and so we'll have Sarge's shotgun, Tucker's sword, all that stuff. Everything needs to be laid out, and we have vehicles. It's almost like being on an actual film set, so you can get around quickly. We'll put teleporters so we can do stuff. Forge has been very helpful. Unfortunately, currently in Destiny, there is no sort of theater mode. In order to lower your gun, you have to stare at nothing for 5 minutes, and then your character will lower the gun. But if you do anything else, jump, punch, shoot, your gun comes back up, and then you will have to wait 5 minutes again in order to lower it. So there are currently a lot of challenges. But if maybe Bungie were to give us a call, we can make something really cool happen.
We tweeted out to them.
Oh, okay, great, cool.
So let's talk a little bit about Cam.
Okay.
It's it came like out of left field. You said in panel, you only had a couple months preparing for it, and it totally blew my mind. And I was also cosplaying David last year, and
cool.
oh my god, like I said, I love your character.
Oh, thank you.
And I don't know, maybe a third season could be in the works.
Well, we certainly hope so.
I mean, yeah, because we love the show.
Yeah.
And we want it to happen. But there's not hurdles, but there's a process of everything with every show that we get. It's like, okay, we pitched it. Okay, well, this is the success of it. And now it's just kind of like the higher-up's decision to be like, yeah, sure, we'll do it again. Or, we'll do something else maybe. I don't know.
If I was a betting man, though, I'd be pretty sure there's going to be a
probably
season
going
3.
to happen, but yeah.
That would be amazing.
No,
We hope so.
We love it.
And since we're here with one of Ruby's most beloved characters, because voice actors, so Pat, do you think Shopkeep has a little secret that he's not telling, or maybe he's hiding a different past as a huntsman, or?
I mean, he's a man of mysteries, man.
Yeah.
He's got a dark past that, we'll reveal maybe later on. But.
That's some volume 7 spoilers.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, alright. So there is volume 7.
What have you done?
Alright. I hope you don't get in trouble for that.
No.
But volume 7, guys.
There you go. Exclusive.
I have a more private question. Do you guys still have time for playing video games in between all the work and stuff?
Yeah.
I would make time to do it.
Yeah. As we've gotten larger, it's weird having a much bigger team now, and it definitely makes a lot of things easier. It makes a lot of things more difficult. The larger the team, the more organization and communication is required. So when it's a room of 10 people, you just gotta be like, hey, do we have those models ready? Oh, cool, bring it over. But now it's meetings. If you've ever seen the anime Shirobako, that will give you a good idea as to what it can be like working.
Amazing.
But now that we have more people, that does mean that we're able to delegate more stuff. Pat, you don't have to do every single thing anymore.
Yeah, that's really nice.
The animation department grew so much, and you guys also got your own complex and your own room, and that was like from Red versus Blue, like in an apartment in a small one, and then Ruby was like a handful of people, and now there are like, I don't know, hundreds of people at Rooster Teeth.
Yeah, there are around 300 people in the studio.
Yeah,
That's really...
It's wild.
It's insane.
But depending on what you do, your work hours are different. Carrie and Gray are like the two busiest people in the department because Gray is running everything, and Carrie's running everything that has to do with Ruby. For me, writing has now that I'm mainly focusing on that and not so much directing, my schedule's freed up a lot, and I don't know about you, but it comes in waves. But right now, I'm definitely making time to play Destiny.
That's awesome.
Do you have some wishes from your heart? I don't know how to say. Wishes from your heart for the future of Rooster Teeth or your projects?
Oh man, I mean, obviously we just like entertaining people and inspiring people to go out and do whatever it is that they want to do. If we can motivate somebody to get up and draw their own character or write something, or maybe even something completely unrelated, like they want to go be a doctor, but now they're motivated to be a doctor. Like, I don't know.
That's great stuff.
We just hope to put as much positivity and fun out into the world as we can.
You should make a Rooster Teeth convention one day.
Oh, only RTX?
I mean, like in Germany or so, maybe. There's a great convention center in Stuttgart, so...
No,
and
they
in
have
airport
to
is...
come to North Germany. We don't have this much
No,
convention.
Stuttgart is great.
No.
We can hook you up with the contact.
I have a cute doggy at home, so...
Oh,
That's a plus.
that is a plus. That is a plus.
If you have no dog,
Yeah, but he's also very cute.
So, and for all the guys that don't know much about Rooster Teeth or only Ruby or Camp and Red vs. Blue, do you have any series or podcasts? Since there's a lot now with Always Open, the Rooster Teeth podcast, I mean, the greatest show on world on the spot. Sorry, John, I mean...
Something all-encompassing.
The Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures, I think, are pretty good.
That's a pretty
So
good
we have a show called RTAA, Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures, that we take audio from the Rooster Teeth podcast, cut it up, and then animate a little cartoon based around the story that's being told. And I think it's a good way to introduce people to the different people that work at Rooster Teeth, and it's also pretty easily accessible. You don't necessarily have to know anything about Rooster Teeth to enjoy a funny story about someone being drunk at a party or somebody getting lost in the middle of nowhere. And
they're short stories, so like anybody can just watch them real quick and then get a quick laugh and then come back to it later.
And if you like it, and if you like Ruby or any of that, you can always go to roosterteeth.com and check out all the other stuff that we have.
And also the RT shorts, especially the girls one with you.
Yeah.
That was like, I was like, oh god, that's so me. but also I wanted to say good luck with season 5.
Oh, thank you very much.
I mean, you're like in the last couple months to finish it up, and
there's a lot of
you'll
people.
air October around RTX.
October 14th is the premiere of Ruby Volume 5, and there's a lot of people back in Texas working very hard on it right now.
And you're drinking in Germany, so...
We got off easy.
Okay, so I read that you like pizza, and I hope you like pizza too.
I do, we love pizza.
And I want to know which sort of pizza is your favorite, and if you think that pineapple...
Knew you were going to ask that. Pineapple absolutely belongs on pizza.
It absolutely does not belong.
Pineapple is a great compliment to a pizza.
Devil.
Absolutely not. I'll tell you my favorite pizza. Well, it's hard. Like, if I'm going to a new pizza place, the way I judge it, I get a pepperoni and mushroom.
Yes.
Pepperoni and mushroom is how you judge a good pizza place.
Yes.
But I really enjoy spicy Hawaiian. So you have the ham, you have the pineapple, and you have some jalapeno peppers or cherry peppers.
Whoa.
Can I cuss?
It sounds delicious.
What's your favorite?
No.
He wants to know if he's allowed to swear on your channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, pineapple's terrible.
I also love pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep pineapple.
Oh.
Sorry, Pat.
How dare you?
That's a little girl, you know.
I'll find you later.
No.
Yeah. Bring it on. She's got that scythe.
I know.
Yeah.
Crap. No, my favorite is straight up pepperoni. Like
It's good
it's
pizza.
a standard pizza. I love it. I'm not that fancy with my pizza, but I just like if you can nail it, then you got it. Like I have a favorite place in Austin, and plug them Stoney's.
Stoney's makes a good
Yes,
pizza.
and they have a perfect for me, just straight up pepperoni pizza. It's good.
For me, it's all about the amount, the sauced cheese ratio.
Yeah.
You gotta have a good sauce cheese
important.
ratio.
That's important.
I tend to like a saucier pizza.
I tend to like a slightly less saucy pizza.
Well, it's our differences that make us beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. Even though you may be wrong.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank
for
you.
joining us.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay, so this was the interview. Check out all the amazing Rooster Teeth stuff.
Become a first member.
Yes! Rooster Teeth first, you get
A lot of
early
cool
access
stuff.
to shows and a bunch of other cool things.
Yep.
And you get to support the creation of shows like Ruby. So thank you.
We appreciate it.
And support these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.